Gamboa. So we'd like to start with a very short introductory video on 1 Million Cups.
How many years we've had for cities, brings a great energy here to see what's happening across the country. What I've learned from other entrepreneurs is very, very valuable.
Sitting in a room with people that have ideas too, it helps me to do something. You know what? My idea is pursuing. It's worth pursuing. It's worth going after. Even if it looks like a challenge, I should still go out and try to get it.
Okay, so who's here for the first time? Show of hands, please. We don't have any first timers? Oh, we do. Well, welcome, welcome. So, 1 Million Cups, the Kauffman Foundation started it with the purpose of helping, promoting, and educating entrepreneurs. Every week, 2 entrepreneurs come and give us their story. It's a 6-minute presentation followed by a 15-minute Q&A with you all, the audience. And that's the real value add, where you all provide feedback, ask them tough questions. Don't be afraid to get in the weeds with them and do that. That's really important. Next, we'd like to shout out to our sponsors. Our delicious coffee is by pickup.coffee. That's actually the domain name, .coffee. So please have some of that. And then, of course, our venue sponsor, where we are here this morning, the Hub of Human Innovation. And then we have a very exciting announcement. You may have noticed some additional folks this morning. We have Digital Bull Creative and Borderland TV is going to be live streaming. And with that, Enrique is going to give us some few announcements on that. Enrique?
Oh, yes. Well, the one thing we wanted to do with this broadcast, we're going to start broadcasting. We're actually going live right now, and we actually ask you to share this video, this broadcast through the 1 Million Cups Facebook page. If you're following 1 Million Cups on Facebook, please share it. Because what we want to do is we want to get the word out. We actually want to get more followers. We want to get more people to see this video. So share it on Facebook. Share it on your profiles. But also, if you're not following the 1 Million page, Facebook page, please follow us. Because what we want to do is we want to get more exposure. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Enrique. And again, we're very excited about this opportunity to be live streaming these events. And with that, we'll bring up our first presenter this morning, the El Paso Coyotes.
Good morning, and thank you very much for the invitation and allowing me to be here in front of you. Thank you, Ernesto and Nancy, the Kauffman Foundation. And I would like to talk to you about El Paso Coyotes. El Paso Coyotes is a professional indoor soccer team. And we brought it last season to El Paso. We played for 4 months. It was our first season. And we're very excited to bring a team like this to El Paso. I've been working for soccer teams all my life. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of what I've been doing. I used to work for the Cobras. So it was a first division professional team in Ciudad Juarez. The owner was Alejandra de la Vega. She now has Chihuahuas and Bravos in Juarez. And back then, you know, it was very excited to work for the Cobras in 1988. We moved to First Division. It's like an NCAA team moving up to the NFL. That's what happens in Mexico. They're promoted to First Division. After that, I worked for almost 20 years in soccer leagues here in El Paso, amateur leagues. I worked with friends that they brought teams to El Paso, like El Paso Coyotes. And then I moved to Indios de Ciudad Juarez. During the Indios, we made history for a few years. Was very excited to move up to First Division, and I worked there for 6 years and a half. And it was very exciting. After that, you know what happened in Ciudad Juarez? Violence was ugly in 2009, and unfortunately the team disappeared after that. So I said I would like to continue in soccer. So what we did, we started working in a project since 2010. And we thought about bringing some type of indoor soccer, something different. And the difference between indoor soccer and outdoor soccer, I know most of you know a little bit about the differences. But one of the things that I love about indoor soccer is that it's very exciting. It's not as boring as 0-0, 1-1. A lot of people don't like outdoor soccer because the story may end on 0-0. And for a soccer person, you know, we love it, right? But some people like it's more exciting. But I have nothing against outdoor soccer. I love it. I mean, mean, I can watch outdoor soccer all my life. But I think indoor soccer, when I started seeing arena soccer, I said, I would like to bring that to El Paso. So we started 2 years ago. I started connecting with some friends, with some commissioners from the league, coordinators, and I start seeing that it would be something awesome to bring to El Paso. So before I start talking more about El Paso Coyotes, I would like for you to see this video that we have for you. Enrique, if you can play the video, please. It's the second the presentation. That's it. I wanted to show the video so you can have an idea what's happening at the Coliseum. The people are barely knowing us, they're barely knowing what's arena soccer. We belong to a league that is called the Major Arena Soccer. Major Arena Soccer League is the highest level of arena soccer in the world. So we had our first season, like I was telling you last year, and we tried to bring players from El Paso, bring players from our community, and that's an opportunity for our soccer players, for high school players, to play at a professional level. So that was one of the purposes that we brought the El Paso Coyotes here to El Paso. But we needed to accomplish several things. Number one, we needed a place where to play. So the only place that we have in El Paso that a field like this can fit is El Paso County Coliseum. So what I did is I went to talk to the people from El Paso County Coliseum, and Mr. Brian Kennedy, James Smith, and thank God we have a contract in 2022. So we had the field. After that, we needed to be approved by the Major Arena Soccer. So we put our request. We were kind of nervous to be denied or approved, but after a while, you know, out of the 19 teams, they all approved El Paso to be a franchise for the Major Arena Soccer League. And the third thing is that I need some business partners. So we can start the project. Arturo Carrasco is right here. He's one of my business partners. I'm part owner. I'm the president of the team too. Now we need to grow. Now we need to develop. We need to have a better team and a lot of things that we're working on. And that is one of the reasons why we're here. We want to invite you. We want to invite the community. We're independent. We are not asking the city or the county for breaks on nothing or money. Yes, sir? 1 minute. And so I cannot talk to you about Coyotes in 6 minutes, and that's one of the things that I told my friend Enrique Nunez. He's with Digital Bull and we have marketing. But one of the main things that I wanted to tell you is that I think bringing a team, a professional team to El Paso, it can cause a very good impact in our community, in our nation. In Baltimore, Syracuse, San Diego, Ontario, they're talking about us. And it is an international league. So we have teams in Canada, Mexico, and the United States. So nice to meet you, and I hope we can do things together. We have a very strong social program too. Okay, God bless you.
And now we have... And now we have 15 minutes with question and answer, so questions please.
Yes, sir.
I'm interested, how do you think you can compete with the proposed professional soccer team?
Right. You know what? A lot of people have asked me that, and last year, some of the media asked me that question. I'm not afraid of competition, first of all, and I think competition should be welcome. Like I tell my employees, my friends, my fellow co-workers, we are not the last Coca-Cola in the desert. I think, honestly, I wish the Miners, the Chihuahuas, whoever comes to El Paso, the best. That's the way I think, and I've been thinking like that since I was with other teams. Actually, competition is good. When we had a team in El Paso, Indians USA, that's another project that I was in, we became national champions right away the first year. And I always thought, why not have the rivalry like some professional teams do? I can tell you in Mexico, in Monterrey, I was born in Monterrey, I became a US citizen in 1992. There's a classic game, Monterrey versus Tigres, they're both in the same city. Chivas versus Atlas, they're both in Guadalajara. So I think that will pump up the people more. In my opinion, it's better to have competition. And the other side is that we play in different months. So when outdoor soccer is played, we usually start in November and finish in February. So, but even if we play in the same months, I think it's a different thing and everything is welcome. So that's how I feel. Yes, sir.
What are the top 3 challenges the El Paso market?
The top one, sorry?
Top 3 challenges at the El Paso market?
Well, when you have a sport franchise, in my experience, I'm 58 years old and I've been working most of my life in professional soccer teams. And like all sport franchises, you have to win. You know, you can have the best meetings every Monday with all your personnel and everything is good, but it's about winning because it's a sport franchise. So once you win, you start getting more, that's my opinion, in the people's hearts. And they start following you, and then you develop some things around it, like academies, schools. And I mean, the beauty of arena soccer is that it's not just soccer, it's just the result. Because we have a lot of interaction with the public, we have the high definition screen, we have the kissing cam, we have the dancing cam, we give away food by Dave and Buster, one of our sponsors, on every single game, we have the knocker ball. So you go for the show, and you go for the sport. But when you go in an outdoor sport activity, mainly is the result. That's what I think. But arena soccer is like a mixture of entertainment, show, and the result. So we're working very hard. We're going to have a press conference in about a couple of weeks, maybe 3. And we're going to give a big announcement. So I'm going to tell you a little bit, but we're going to have a great team. We just hired 5 great players. And one of them is the second best in the nation. Don't say anything. Any other questions?
Yeah, what made you decide to go indoor as opposed to outdoor?
Well, I told you some of the reasons. I followed the Major Arena Soccer League about 3 years ago, and I loved it. And I started becoming friends with some of the coaches and some of the coordinators. I've been working with professional outdoor soccer teams all my life. This is a little bit better, it's faster, exciting, more goals. The score on an average is like 11-7. So imagine you're going to jail goal 18 times instead of 1 or 2. So it's a lot of reasons. It's different. I love soccer. A person that loves soccer can enjoy a 0-0 because you're seeing the defensive movement, the chess, the strategy. But a person that likes soccer but not loves soccer, you know, he's going to love all the lights and all the entertainment too. There's continuously, the music is playing continuously when we're playing, that's another thing. So you go there and just feel to be always in this one. Yes, sir, one way.
Do you envision moving into the new arena whenever it gets here?
Only God knows what's going to happen. I cannot say yes or no to nothing. We're very thankful to El Paso County Coliseum, and we want to be faithful. That's the way we feel. The way we set up the dashboards and the turf, I don't think it could work on any arena because you need to do deep holes in the cement, and we put the field on and off every time we play the Coliseum. There's some other activities like rodeo that you cannot have in an arena, so that's why I think the Coliseum has been there for more than 75 years, and I'm proud of the Coliseum. I think we should keep the Coliseum, as a matter of fact. Yes, sir.
I've never heard of arena soccer. How many games are in a season? The season's 4 months
Sure.
long. How many home games? How many
Actually, there
away
was
games?
good question. There was a meeting right now, a few days ago in St. Louis, and they decided that they're gonna have 22 games. It was 20, yes. 11 at home, 11 away. There are teams in the United States, like I told you, Canada, they're barely joining them. Toronto is a new team. We have Monterrey, Hermosillo, Ciudad Obregón from Mexico, Rio Grande Valley, Dallas, San Diego, Ontario, California, Baltimore, Syracuse, Milwaukee, and some others. But we're going to be close to 20 professional teams. Yes, sir.
During the first 3 months when you launched, what did you do for marketing to get people through the door?
We're working. Since we finished this last season, we've been working like crazy on marketing, on sales, on sponsors, pre-season.
Can you share a little bit of those details?
Yes, sir,
First
of
3
course.
months?
Actually, right now, we have some slides, if you can show them, Enrique. We have some sponsors that are already joining us, and I'm very thankful to them, like Hilton Garden Inn, Dave & Buster's, Allstate, among others. And we need more sponsors, and that's one of the reasons why we're here. And another thing, how you can help us, I know that's going to be the last question, can the community help you? I'm sorry that I'm talking about this, but it's to invite your employees, to invite the persons that you know, friends, that helps us. And it's not expensive, $5 for kids, $10 for adults, $15 bucks. So I think it's very affordable. Something else?
Any other questions?
Do you have season tickets?
Yes, we do. We have to, actually, we're gonna, you're starting to ask me questions of what's gonna happen in the press conference. I hope we're not gonna have the press conference. But yes, we have a good person, Enrique Nunez. Enrique, he's the owner of Digital Bull, very creative. He and his employees are very good people, close to us. They've been helping us to grow. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this team is a humble team. Don't think that we are the Dallas Cowboys, but we were not. But I think we can bring something very good for our community, a very affordable cost, and we can do something good for our community. We love to do, for example, we're going to visit, these kids are gonna distribute backpacks to school. We went to Children's Hospital, we went to elementary schools, Chaparral, El Paso, different social groups. So that's what we're trying to bring to El Paso, and we want to ask for your support.
How many players are from the region?
We have 34 players in the last tryouts and in the last season. We're going to cut it to 26. And I'm going to be honest with you, we love El Paso players, but the league is tough. They need to grow, and that's one of the things that we learned in the first season. That's why we're getting players from the league now. But we can say that there's like 4 very good stars from El Paso that can compete at any level. At minimum 4, born in El Paso. And they're going to play at this coming season.
Are you doing anything with the local high school teams to help them understand areas that they need to focus on in terms of developing talent to be able to reach their level?
Yes, we are. We're close to different coaches. I know a lot of coaches here from El Paso because they were my players. I'll give you an example with Mr. Sergio Delgado, a great player with Cobras. He's a LR coach. Alex Delgado, his brother with Socorro. Jesus Enriquez, he's an assistant for a coach. He was working for El Paso Patriots for 15 years. So all of the local community school students, we gather, and we have several high schoolers that are developing into the big team. Anything else?
Any other questions?
Well, thank you very much. Okay? Thank you so much. Before we leave, we have some souvenirs for you. We wanted to bring some jerseys. I hope we brought enough. We have like 30 official jerseys, so we're going to distribute them.
You get a very exclusive travel mug there. Thank you. And then we have to take a picture.
Can I invite my business?
Absolutely.
Arturo.
Absolutely, but
Arturo.
photo op, photo op.
Arturo is my business partner, and he doesn't talk too much, but he does a lot. Thanks to him.
But thank you for inviting us. Thank you very much.
Okay, great. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Okay, now we have community announcements. So we always like to open it up first. Does anyone in the audience have an announcement? I know we have at least one.
Thank you. I'm John with Titania, the leader in brain performance programs in El Paso. In the last 2 days, I've had the privilege of showing the CEO of Titania and our partnering charity, Heal the Hero, around town, and we were able to coordinate an interview with iHeartRadio, a 30-minute interview that will be aired next Wednesday morning in the community forum time slot at 7 o'clock. So I invite you to tune in.
Okay, thank you, John. Any other community announcements? Yes.
I'm Bob with Trinity Health Coaching. We are kicking off next Friday a wellness charity challenge, helping people locally get healthier in the process of raising money for Rancho Los Amigos, which is a children's home in Juarez, Mexico. They're raising money for a new home for the children. The 50-year-old adobe building is falling apart. And so we are volunteering our time to teach wellness principles, and all we're asking for in exchange is a minimum $30 donation to the organization, and we've got a matching donor up to $150,000, so it ends up getting doubled. So if you have any interest in finding out about it, see me afterwards.
Okay, thank you. And also, Bob will be presenting here 1 Million Cups next week, so make sure you come and catch that. So, our community announcements, Business After Hours at the El Paso Marriott, hosted by the Greater El Paso Chamber of Commerce. It's a free event on tomorrow, Thursday, the 22nd at 5:30 p.m., and again at the El Paso Marriott. The Binational Economic Forum, presented by the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas, El Paso branch, in conjunction with Banco de Mexico, the Consulate General of Mexico, and the University of Texas at El Paso. It'll basically give a mid-year economic update. That'll be Friday, June 23rd at the Doubletree by Hilton. $25, students are free, so please see us if you're interested in that. The Lunch and Lead Speaker Series, the 50th anniversary event with Jacob Cintron, the President and CEO of the University Medical Center of El Paso. That'll be noon, June 23rd, so please see us about that. Holding this mic is going to take some training. Luncheon with the Honorable Mayor of the City of Juarez, Armando Cavada Alvidrez, hosted by the El Paso Central Business Association. That'll be on Wednesday, June 28th at 12 p.m. At the Doubletree Hotel as well. Hablemos del Dinero, let's talk about the money, hosted by the El Paso Hispanic Chamber. Thursday, June 29th, 4 p.m. at the Hispanic Chamber, 2401 East Missouri. The Hub, where we are right now, is hosting Build a Successful Crowdfunding Campaign. To teach you how to do that, it's more of an art than a science, so please come learn about that. It'll be Saturday, July 15th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And lastly, for the announcements, the Americans for Progress Foundation Texas is having a free seminar workshop, Insight to Action Forum, The Power of Economic Freedom, Thursday, June 22nd, tomorrow. That's at Dave & Buster's. I would go just because it's at Dave & Buster's. So again, if you have any interest in that, please let us know. Now we always give away one of these exclusive travel mugs. Who came and brought the most friends, not including presenters? Presenters, I'm sorry, you're excluded. But who came and brought the most friends? Did anybody bring 2, 3 friends? No? Who brought at least one friend? Okay, so I think we have a winner, although she should be excluded because she's a past presenter. Michelle. Okay, somebody pass it back, please. Okay, and with that, we'll bring up our next presenter, Unique Healthcare.
I'll actually take this side. Good morning, everybody. My name's Amanda Aguilar. Can you guys hear me pretty clear? Okay, great. Well, Like I said, my name is Amanda Aguilar. I'm the Sales and Marketing Director with Unique Healthcare. We are a local healthcare company. We are partnered with Mountainwest Family Health Center, which is a local clinic here in El Paso, which has been serving the El Paso community for over 25 years. It's Dr. Villalobos and his staff. But I'd like to introduce our program to you. Let me get started. So basically, like I said, we're partnered with the clinic. We're a minimum essential coverage healthcare plan. So we are compliant with the ACA, which is the Affordable Care Act. In that regard, we can save you some money at the end of the year from the IRS. You can avoid having a penalty for not having any health care in place. We're partnered, like I said, with Mountainwest Family Health Center. Our vision is to be, one of the leading healthcare providers in the El Paso market. And more about our program, Dr. Villalobos has been practicing for over 25 years. He has 4 clinics here in El Paso. So our program is $99 a month per individual. Basically what that offers you is unlimited office visits, no deductible or no copay. The only thing you're billed for is your medical services that are provided to you at the day of your office visit. Those are provided to you at what we call an adjusted Medicaid or Medicare allowable rate. So there are significant adjustments based on the cost there, and that's the cost to the customer. We have open enrollment all year long, again, $99 a month. We also have a plan that's $124 a month that will get you to see your primary care doctor in lieu of going to Mountainwest Family Health Center. So, go on to the next plan. Our plan also is great for employers, such as you, local entrepreneurs, employers. This is something you're able to offer back to your employees. It's a very affordable healthcare plan. We do offer payroll deductions as well, so it's easier for the employee to manage the cost. If the employer would like to sponsor some of it, or I should say pay for 50% of it, there's tax credits that you can benefit from. 60% tax credit for every dollar spent on your health care for employers. So that becomes very attractive for employers to be able to offer this back to their employees at a very affordable cost. And again, it's open enrollment all year long. So if you have employees coming in and off of your plan, we can add them or drop them at any time. You can learn more about our plan also on our website. It's a very interactive webpage, and Digital will help us create it as well. And there's short videos, there's tutorials, there's tons of literature on there. But basically, that's how our plan works. We have close to 3,000 members in the El Paso community. So, we're growing. Our plan is to hopefully, grow every year, expand the program, and then we're going to be having another clinic opening up in September for the Labor Day weekend over in Horizon area. So there's four clinics. There'll be a 5th one coming up soon. They're kind of spread out throughout the city. So, that makes it convenient for whatever side of town you live on. Our program also offers after-hour care for, our clinics from 8 to 5. So we have after-hour care at Summit Urgent Care and Upper Valley Urgent Care. So basically, you're taken care of, all day long, all night long, week long, in that regard. So that's our program. Not sure if I hit the 5 minutes yet.
You have a little bit of time for questions now. Questions from the audience, please.
So you're marketing to companies for their employees, not individuals?
Great question. Actually, anybody qualifies for the plan. So it's individuals and companies. So you can sign up as an individual. Let's say your employer, you work somewhere and your employer does offer you health care, but it's too expensive. Or, it's just not something you want to participate in. You can go ahead and just purchase this privately.
Are you a copay to Medicare?
No, there's no copay on our plan or no deductible. To me, you pay, when I mentioned Medicare, it was the prices you pay at your, for your medical procedures are billed to you at what we call a Medicaid or Medicare allowable rate. So they're highly adjusted. So that's the price that you pay upfront. Yes, sir.
So could you explain the $99 to the $124 difference on what each covers?
Sure. On the $99, there's only a small difference between the plans. With $99, like I said, that gets you to Mount West Family Health Center. That would be your primary care physician.
Which is one.
Which is Dr. Villalobos and his staff. And there's Dr. Colon and there's several PAs that work there. There's 4 clinics, and so that you can go to any one of those clinics, unlimited office visits or no copay, no deductible to me. You go, let's say you go in as an example for a shot. You know, you have a cold, you go, you get a shot. That's what they'll bill you for, and the price is adjusted to a Medicaid or Medicare rate. So that's what you pay. On the 124 plan, we have several people that are either maybe don't live in the El Paso area or they have their doctor that they've had for quite some time and they don't necessarily want to switch primary care doctors because of the relationship they built. So they can go ahead and stick with that doctor as long as they're within the First Health Network. That's our network that we use for the contracted rates, contract pricing, and physicians.
What network is that?
First Health Network.
And is that where all the...
It's a First Health Network is a network of physicians, urgent care centers, hospitals, doctors that participate, and you have contracted pricing through there. Significantly adjusted pricing. So
the 124 allows you to go to those places?
Yes.
No deductible, no copay, none of that?
Exactly. Yes, sir.
How does the, beyond office visits, how does the rest of the program work in terms of, let's say you need surgery or have to go to an emergency room or something like that?
Okay, that's a good question. Again, the First Health Network, so you would have to participate if you have to have a surgery or a hospital. You'd want to participate with a provider that's contracted in the First Health Network. So we direct you that way, you know, where of course we wouldn't want anybody to see a doctor or a physician or a hospital that's not in the First Health Network. So what will happen is you receive adjustments on your claim. So if you become hospitalized or you have a surgery, basically there's a claim that's made, and what we do is we reprice it through the First Health Network and we get you the contracted rates. At the end, they send you what we call a central benefit statement, and it's going to show how much your adjustments are there.
That's what you pay?
Yes, you pay the part that's left over. So they'll show your adjustment. And we don't have a specific percentage because a lot of people, with insurance are used to saying, is it 80-20, is it 70-30, is it 60-40? So there's no actual percentage. It's just based on our observations and what we've seen in the past. They are reaching up to 80 or even more than that. 80% or more on an adjustment. Yes?
Go ahead and take John.
Do you have any handouts that we can take home so we have all this information?
Actually, we don't have handouts, but you can visit our webpage. It's unique.healthcare, and you can view everything on there.
Well, that's
Yes. Question?
Back to pricing. If an employer pays $10 a week, is there a portion that the employee pays to bring it up to the 99 or 125?
Yes, because the way that cost was structured is, the employer pays for 50% of it, which if it's $99, you're paying for half of it, let's say $50, and they get a tax credit of 60% for every dollar they spend on healthcare. Basically, once they're, with the tax credit, it balances out to the $10 a month, that the employer ends up paying.
So the employee would be contributing?
Yeah, the employee would still pay their portion, yes.
Okay.
Because it's payroll deducted. It can be payroll deducted, or you have the option to just, purchase it privately and not have anything to do with your payroll or your employer.
Are the dependents of an employee covered in this?
This price is per individual, so the employees are welcome to join, have their family members join. And that's where we've seen the plan be very strong, like with the city, county employees. They have really good insurance plans, but they're not able to include their families because of the cost. So this is where a plan like this has been very, we've had so much opportunity in that area to grow.
Are you all heavily regulated?
Yes, we are compliant with the ACA, the Affordable Care Act. So this is an ACA compliant healthcare plan. It's minimum essential coverage.
Is there sorry for getting more into detail, is there regulations towards that? Or is it just as long as you comply with the ACA?
Exactly. So there's an individual mandate through Obamacare that requires all American citizens and legal residents to have health care. So it's, minimum essential coverage would be compliant with the ACA. It's kind of like having your liability and your full coverage insurance. So, in that regards,
So that's
you're,
it,
uh-huh, yes.
So,
Yes, sir.
So why'd you get into the business? What was it about the industry that made it interesting?
Well, I personally, I do marketing, and so I just joined this business to help them in that regard. The administrator, Daniel Steadley, unfortunately, he was the one that was going to be here today, and he couldn't make it, so I'm filling in for him. But I was, veered towards this company just due to the fact that I was into marketing, and I just joined, and it's been great so far.
so I think you sort of answered this indirectly. On your small business plans for health, is there a minimum enrollment, or I guess I should ask, are there price points? So if you have 3 employees, you get a certain level, or if you get 5, how does that exactly work?
Okay, that's a good question also. We do have discounts, but on the individual side. For business, in that aspect, in regards to businesses, if you have 2 employees you want to enroll, if you have 1 employee, if you're a real small business or you're a larger business, the price is the same. But for families, if you do have larger families or households, I should say, you can participate in our plan. It'll be $99 per individual up to the first 4, and then $1 thereafter for the next 5th, 6th, 7th person, so forth. Yes, sir.
How wide does this network spread? For example, if you travel a lot, and I've been in situations where nationally or internationally I've ended up in hospitals, right? So how does someone like your program fit?
Our First Step network is nationwide. So there's physicians, there's hospitals, urgent care centers nationwide. You can actually look them up. Anybody's welcome to look this network up and see how many doctors. There's over 5,000. So there's quite a bit. So what you would do if you were traveling, you just want to have that app. There's an app for it. You can just have the app and then locate a provider, hospital, urgent care center, and based on your location, it'll take you there. So, does that answer your question?